Oh, it's being video. Oh, man, I'm on TV. Hi. Yay. All around the world. No pressure there. There goes my social media presence. It was non-existent too. I'm everywhere. I'm not a fan of microphones because I like to walk and use my hands because I'm Dominican. So I'm like this all the time. You know, anybody like that too? Yeah. So this is going to be like the most awkward presentation of your life and mine. So let's be awkward together. So hi, my name's Vivian. Yes, I am not the actress from Chicago Fire, although I get that all the time. So, sorry, you can take a picture with me and you can tell people, and I look like one of those like Vegas impersonators, like, yeah, I'm so her. I just conveniently work for the fire department too. So, my name's Vivian. My last name is a challenge, so let's play a game called Let's Pronounce It. It's called McElrath. It's got Irish. Totally goes with the face, right? So, I am the public educator for fire rescue. So basically that means I get to talk to you guys and I get to hang out with a bunch of firefighters. Best job ever. However, one of the things I'm also an EMT and a firefighter. That means, yes, I got to go into burning buildings. It was fun. Yes, I got to destroy cars. That's fun too. But the bigger thing is I get to talk to you guys if you're interested in being a firefighter. What does it take? What do you have to do? And yes, there is extra schooling. Sorry. Raise your hand if you're a junior or senior. Got a couple of you, all the ones in the back. Of course, surprise, surprise. So the ones in the front, let me guess, 6th through 10th? Or 6th through 8th only? So 6th grade, raise your hand. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So y'all threw me off over here. You guys are like, I'm going to sit in the front. All right. So going to fire academy. There's a couple of fire academies in Hillsborough County. There's that are actually, you can finish part of your schooling to be a firefighter during high school. So sorry if this might take away from your schooling here. But 9th through 12th grade at Jefferson High School and at Strawberry Crest High School, both of those have fire academies where they'll teach you to become a firefighter while you're still in school. So that's my message for my middle schoolers. If you really want to be a firefighter, that's the thought process. However, I don't say if, sorry, just kidding, when you graduate from high school, you can go into a couple of fire academies that we have here in this city of Tampa. We've got the Leary Technical College, which is in Tampa Fire Rescue. You've got Arpario Levy Technical College, which is much a better microphone. Hello. It's yellow, just like my truck. I love it. It's very feng shui. Not like my shirt, just like my truck. Ooh, I stand. Okay, don't need it. Nope, I'm good. I just feel like things are being taken away from me. I don't know if I should feel sad or not. Like, you're not allowed to touch that. But Arpario Levy is a fire academy, and also HCC has one too. However, you can't just jump into fire. You actually have to learn how to take care of people. 85% of our calls are medical. There we go. I feel like I have like this big thing in my face. So 85% of our calls are medical. So that means just when you think that your life is like Chicago Fire, yes, it's a fire every day. No, we don't see that many. We see very minimal fires, about 15% of our calls. And to give you an idea, if you like numbers, last year we had 110,000 calls. Now do your math. 85% of them were people that were injured. The other 15 were fires. And when I say fire, I don't mean like whoosh. I mean like there's a pot on the stove fire. You'd be surprised. How many times have you guys seen your parents cooking and next thing you know there's a little flame on the pan because they were cooking with too much aceite? Yeah. And then of course you guys are thinking like, okay, just put water on it, which you shouldn't. But it's also parents get nervous. You guys get nervous because you're like, I don't want my mom to. But again, with the majority of our calls being medical, the first thing you have to do is a thing called EMT school. How many of you guys, ladies, gentlemen, it doesn't matter, even my adults too. How many of you want to be a nurse or a doctor in some way, shape, or form? Take care of people. If you are saying, yes, 100%, I got this. I'm all about like taking people's temperature and dealing with anybody with whatever, even when they vomit, wherever, I'm totally cool with it. good for you. But for those of you that are like, you know what, I want to do it, but I'm not sure, and I kind of want an introductory lesson into it, EMT is for you. If you want to be a firefighter, you have to be an EMT first. So EMT school is emergency medical technician. Those are the people when you go into an ER, like the ones that are basically just taking your pressure, doing 12 leads, and just answering some basic questions for you, getting you in a gown. Like, very simple, very basic, but you have to know everything about the human body in case something happens. After an EMT, you have to pass this huge test. It's 70 questions, and you feel like you're going to fail it every time you look at a question. It's okay. How many of you guys have ever had a test where you think like every question you see, you're going to fail? You're like, I don't know that. Yep, I didn't study that either. Yep, nope, didn't see that either. Well, now that your teachers now know this too, welcome. The big thing is with the EMT, the examination for the NREMT is a critical thinking test. You study all this information. However, the test wants to know your decision-making skills. I know, I'm so funny, right, two guys? Super funny. Remember, I'm a teacher too, so I call out people that are misbehaving in front of me. You're doing it right in front of me. So, NREMT, it's a decision-based class. There's right answers, there's wrong answers, but sometimes they're going to ask you questions like, what would you do first? And when you answer wrong, that's when they're going to give you more questions. If you answer it right, you stop at 70, and then you're terrified because then the test just shuts off. Then when the test shuts off at 70 questions, 99.9%, you passed. Yoo! But for those of you, there's some people that go up to 140 questions, some people that stop at 80 questions. It's kind of one of those, you weren't really right on the answer, so we want to make sure that you're good. You passed the NREMT. Woohoo! You can go to Fire Academy. Fire Academy is 6 months. EMT school is 6 months. So in 1 year, if you do it all straight through, you're ready to apply to be a firefighter in any department in the state of Florida. Hillsborough County, Tampa, Pasco, Polk, Lakeland, Zephyr Hills, any of the 17 departments in St. Pete. You have your pick of the litter. However, you have to take another test. I know, right? This one is a harder one because this one actually ends up being harder for girls to pass than guys. It's called the CPAT. Anyone ever heard of that? No? Perfect. You're hearing about it now. The CPAT is a comprehensive physical abilities test. That test, all right, how many of you guys have stairs at home? All right, how many of you guys have ever had to climb multiple flights of stairs? And you're just like, why? Now imagine going up those flight of stairs with 75-pound weights on your body. And then the stairs kept going straight for 3 minutes. You're still going, carrying 75 pounds of weight. You can't touch anything. You can't hold on to anything. You have to just keep doing this on a Stairmaster, on a revolving Stairmaster, not the one that you can actually fix your footing. Still going for 3 minutes. Guess what? Once you stop, that was only the first exercise. You have to keep going, and you have to be done within 10 minutes. The first 3 minutes, you're exhausted. After that, then you have to carry ladders, connect hose, carry tools. And when I say hose, I mean like fire hose, water goes through it, not anything else. And I have to clarify sometimes with the teens. So you have all that. You have to pass it within 10 minutes. You pass it within 10 minutes, you're good to go. And then there's another test. It's called a fire test. Oh, maybe? No? Is there a big truck back there? There is. Fabulous. All right. So once you pass this other written test called the fire team test, then that's when you can apply for everything. So EMT, Fire Academy, you've got to get certifications for both of them. You've got to pass your CPAT, you got to pass your fire team test, and then you can apply wherever. How many of you guys like talking in front of people? So much that she says how and enters herself on point. When you interview, you have to interview in front of the chief of the fire department. And that's only if you get picked out of the 700 people that are applying with you for 20 spots. But when you get hired on, imagine every day's a Friday. You work 1 day for 24 hours and you're off for 2 days. Work 1 day, off for 2 days. And then by your 5th day of working, you get a free day off. So let's say you pick Friday, like I work Monday, I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If I want to be off Thursday, I can work Monday and be off all the way until Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. So Monday to Sunday, I can be completely off. If I'm off on a Friday, I pick my 1 day to be off as a Friday, then I have like an extended vacation because my day will be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm off again on Friday because I got my free day, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I can work on a Tuesday and come back on a Monday. And I get paid for it. What? However, you have to make sure you don't kill anybody. Minor details. Yeah. So, it's cool to hear, but it's even better to see. So we're going to go outside. We're going to check out the engine unless there's... Hey, Cap! We're going to go outside. You're going to see Captain Owsley, who's the one walking in right now, our firefighter, Dan Peroni, and then our driver who's outside too. So if you guys want to go ahead and ask them questions, you guys know the education part. Now you can ask them about the real life experience. Unless you guys want to ask in here. Unless you guys want to ask in here, let them ask you questions in here since it's... And there's our driver. So you guys can ask them questions about what they do, how important it is, and how long they've been doing it for, and what got them interested in becoming a firefighter. So some of you, they're like, maybe, kind of, on the fence. We can start with our youngest. How long have you been in the department for?
3 years.
3 years. I have a feeling that I'm going to have to pass the microphone around because we're still being... Yes? Yeah, see, he's like, yep, keep passing. Where do you go? So introduce yourself and how long you've been in the department, and then feel free to ask the youngest guy any questions.
So, my name's Daniel Peroni. I've been on 3 years. My father-in-law was a firefighter for Hillsborough County, and that's kind of what made me follow his footsteps. So, any questions? Chris Harmon?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyone back in the back? Yes, no, waving to the world? Yes, you would. Yes,
Yeah. I would suggest, like, as soon as you're out of high school, do an EMT school. I know some high schools offer the Explorers program, so...
Oh, we do.
Yeah, and yeah, Hillsborough County does too. I know we do a summer camp, 14 to 17, 14 to 18 years old. I would recommend doing that. It's with Hillsborough County. It's a summer camp. It seems like it's a lot of fun.
2 weeks, it's free. So if you want to be a firefighter, you're interested in becoming a firefighter, but you just want to get a taste for it, you can do that, and then that can springboard you into our cadet program.
Yeah. Any other questions?
We're gonna go up. We're gonna go up in experience too. So don't worry.
I don't know. Yeah.
So applications for the summer program will begin January, February. Once we solidify the dates for this year, we have to make sure it doesn't interfere with the fire academy. And once that's in, we'll also open up the cadet applications because it goes our cadet program starts at 14 and ends at 21. And the 2-week program is a full day, 2 weeks straight. And we feed you. We give you everything. You don't have to pay for anything except, gas to get there, to and from. There is no extended care. And after that, we get a lot of people that either want to go into one of two places, the military or become a first responder, which is great. We'll take either. And if you want to go into military first, we also give veterans preference when you apply to become a firefighter for the county. All right, I'm going to move it to our driver, who has a little bit more experience for the day. Well, yeah, but you got a gray shirt, so it's cool. It's cool. All right, so he's also a lieutenant. However, in which the lieutenant, you're on a box, we like to call it. It's the rescue, the ambulance, the big yellow ambulance. It goes, we do. And he sees the majority of the medical calls. How many percent? What's the percent? 85. And how many percent of fire? There we go. I want to make sure that they know. And how many calls did we have last year? 110,000. Oh, you guys are so smart. Kiss your brain. Mwah. Nobody. There we go. I got 2 people. Sweet. All right. So he's going to talk about his experience and what he does, and also what other training you have to do to get to a lieutenant status, because he's a firefighter, but you're different.
What's up, guys? So my name is Sang. Last name is Sue. I've been with the department for about 9 years now. Prior to this, I actually did kitchen and bathroom. So I actually had no intention to get into the fire service. I always liked helping people. Majority of my life, I actually took care of my parents, my grandparents, and stuff like that. So it was kind of rewarding for me. Wanted a little change, so I got into this this career. It's the best job that you can do. As far as being a lieutenant, as I started out, I became a paramedic first, then I got fire certified. My buddy here, Daniel, he's a firefighter. He's in paramedic school now. But as a lieutenant, we do run majority of medical calls. I'm the one that's actually in charge of medical calls on scene. I do run the rescue, which is the ambulance box. Okay. But I am certified as a driver, so I get to drive the big fire truck as well. Okay. Both of the units, the fire truck and the ambulance, were both capable of treating patients, medical. The ambulance does not do any kind of fire. We do assist the engine, which is the fire truck. But as far as the medical scenario goes, everything is handled by the rescue. Okay. I've been a lieutenant for about 3 years now. I do love it because I like helping people. But majority of the calls are going to be medical. Okay. What else can I say? I would say if anyone's interested in doing it, like I said, it's a great career. It's fun. It's challenging. Every time we come to work, it's different. It's exciting. And you get to meet a lot of good friends. These are like all my family here, so it's like a second family. Okay, we get to cook, we get to hang out, we get to watch football sometimes when we're not running calls. Okay, so we do have a lot of family time as well. Okay, any questions at all? Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I would probably have to say it involves like an infant, like a children, you know, like a minor. Those are probably going to be the toughest for most of us because it's just, you know, we don't run too many of those calls. So I would say in my experience, I would say it would probably be like an infant call. Anything else? Yep. You're always doing something. Idle hand, not a good thing. Especially when you're with. You're always doing something. Any of you guys interested at all? Were you even thinking about it? You? Anybody starting to think about it now? There we go. We got a reserve program. Hey, you can come over and cook anytime. Yeah, absolutely. You gotta buy the food though. You gotta discuss with them what they say. Oh, okay. I tried, guys. I tried. All right, so we've got our firefighter, we've got our driver. Now we gotta go to the top dog. We gotta go to the captain. Captain's got the most experience. Captain, and you got a fee up today, ladies. What's up? So,
hi everyone. I'm Captain Osley. I've been on the department. This will be my 26th year. I guess my sister is the one who suggested that I might like to be a firefighter, and her husband is a fireman, and so I took the class to get state certified, and it turns out that I really do enjoy the kind of work that we do. like they were saying, we do a lot of different things. There's some education that has to be completed before you can become a firefighter, but the education doesn't really stop there. Once you're on the department, there's always something to learn. If you're a firefighter, you're going to learn what you need to do to become a fire medic, to ride on the rescue, and also to do the classes that you need to become a driver. And then once you're a driver, then there are classes that you need to do to become promoted to a captain. And we also do training at our station, even though, like they said, a lot of our work now isn't really related to fires as much as it is on the rescue side. So we have to do a lot of training to make sure that we keep up our skills when there is a fire, or certain things that we do that we don't do so often. We have to train on those to make sure that we keep those skills readily available in case we need them. My job as the captain, first of all, and the main thing that I do is to make sure that my crew is safe when we go to a call. It's my job to watch out for them so that they can do their jobs and they don't have to be distracted by other things. I also, I don't know, now I think everybody does everything for me. They won't let me hardly do anything now that I'm the captain. But like I said, we do training. I try to keep them safe, and they watch out for me as well. It's a great job. I think the main draw for me when I first found out about firefighting was that I work one day, 24 hours, and then I get 2 days off. And that's a really nice schedule to have. What I didn't realize is that a lot of nights we don't really get to go to bed after 8 o'clock, after dinner and everything's cleaned up. A lot of nights we're up all night running calls and trying to keep people safe and help them when they need it. So, but even if we do stay up all night, it's rewarding, and you can always sleep the next day. But it's a nice schedule, and I think that a lot of people would enjoy it. You should really take a look at it and see if that's something that might interest you.
So I was going to say, let's give them all a round of applause, but you guys beat me to it. All right, now we're going to get the hands-on part. Ready to go check out the engine, see some cool stuff? Asking 20 more questions that you didn't want to ask in front of everybody else? Totally fine. All right, so I'll let the crew go ahead first, and then you guys just listen to your teachers, and we'll go right outside.